Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank God.
And that's the start.
We have no chat. Oh, you got chapstick too?
Lip up.
Oh,
dude, I've got
my
upstairs
goodness.
chapstick. I've got downstairs chapstick. I have purse chapstick. I have car chapstick.
That's my husband. I have to keep it in my purse for
I don't know.
his lips.
I've never.
I hate dry, cracked.
That's right.
Ugh,
I want to get
disgusting.
ready to talk kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't
So
go
we
anywhere.
have a little audience today, which is good. That we don't.
We can make noise.
We guys can make noise.
We can say I agree.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
I agree.
It's gonna be the best dick I have in my face.
Oh my goodness.
I went to Lola.
Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Sure did. Tonight's show is about dick.
I'm on
And the bottle shaped like a
Well, I
fountain.
don't want to have the strawberry one.
I don't.
Well, I mean,
Well, this,
I'll take that one.
Oh, for the love of shit.
And you have the blue one.
Who's that?
That's me. I'm the one that forgot to turn my ringer off. I'm tonight's asshole award winner. Thank you.
You guys can share it.
Yeah.
Here.
No, I'm recorded.
I was gonna say you can
I need one of these.
Yep.
Already had one.
Weird. It's like doing the show for the first time again. I'm
Make
nervous.
sure you do it right over here.
It is. Can I steal your lighter, please?
You can. It's actually yours, so you're actually, I was stealing it and you're getting your lighter back.
Why you gotta be a thief?
That's how I roll.
That's how we roll.
That's why I like you.
So how's everybody doing?
Kids alright?
Good.
Kids
Good.
alright? Matt,
good.
glad you guys came out.
You don't
So
know
today's
how-
a shirt show, bottoms off?
Huh? What?
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
I didn't get the
It's
memo.
weird under the table.
Dear Lord. Why does it sound
That's how
like
we like
Matt's
to play
taking
soccer.
a piss over there?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Shirts or
Holy
bottoms? Oh, we all have the
crap,
bottoms
man.
That sounded like a young kid taking a pee.
It's like a moose on a flat rock.
off.
Would you say a mouse on a flat
Yeah,
rock?
that sounded like more like a mouse on a flat rock. Killing
Hey,
it.
she can sling it too. I tell
telling
you.
you, man.
You gotta be.
Did you forget who I'm married
Iron
to?
sharpens iron.
You gotta have thick skin to enter the house of pain, son. That's how it goes.
That's
Right.
the house of pain.
House of pain.
Here we go. What's your address?
Yeah.
House of Pain,
House
Scranton
of
Falls,
Pain.
Ohio.
Scranton
Oh,
Falls.
were we
Look
playing-
for the skull at the end of the driveway.
Were we playing music in the background?
I don't have any music to play.
Don't have any music. Doug, you got any music?
Doug, did you bring no music, right?
Do you have your music on your phone or anything?
I just sent him the file. I didn't.
Oh shit! You
Next
sent it
time
to the most unfriendly computer person in the whole room. Really? You had to do that, Doug?
I had
And,
If I knew that was my job, I would have.
Would you email it to me or text it to me?
I emailed it to you.
Note to self. Don't,
Note to
don't
self.
send anything to Greg.
MP3. I sent you
Let
an
me see
MP3.
where you're at. Where you at?
Oh, here we go.
Sunday night, whatever date that
Or-
was.
What year? Because by the time he gets to it, it'll be like 5 years in the future.
Goodness, you guys beat me up.
But
Oh, here it is.
it used to
Mr.
be.
Unprepared here.
Big sexy, right here. I see it.
You
There
should
it
have
is.
seen how long it took him to connect to the friggin' speaker today.
Do we have the speaker down here?
We do. We did. I don't know if he took it upstairs or what he did with it.
So how long did
But you know,
you know?
did I ever tell you about the time I went down to Coventry when I was in high school and I actually
So
took a
if I run out of
cigar
this, Greg,
from
what do
a
I?
stranger?
You two are out of control.
Want some more before
Was
the
it a
show?
funny cigar?
Well, I mean, if
know
I-
at the time.
I don't have to
Did
have
it
that,
blunt?
but
What else you want?
I
so I
don't
just
know.
The answer's
Sure.
yes.
once we start rolling, I
To be
Oh, once
honest
you start
with you, what I
rolling,
don't
I
know.
want to get up and walk past the camera.
But yeah, that was.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, welcome. This is a Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts. I'm Joe Clark.
Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
And our special guest tonight, Doug, a.k.a. Big Sexy. Welcome to the show, Doug.
I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Be sure to view us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And when you watch on YouTube, please make sure you hit the subscribe button because that helps us further our careers here on the YouTube environment. If you want to be a guest on the show, please contact us. For the show, you will need to bring an unopened bottle of your favorite whiskey. If it's something that's rare, like I've said in the past before, we'll accept an open bottle. We'll just discuss it before you want to come on the show. On tonight's show, we are featuring Whistlepig 10 Year. And I'm going to do a quick announcement from Hank. there are upcoming private picks that we're going to be doing again this year, and hopefully we get to be a part of that as a Whiskey Roundtable guys.
Yes, sir.
Pick some new barrels.
Yes, sir.
And please pick up your Old Forester bottles if you haven't already. Eric Black is handling the majority of the pickups for now. And that's all I got on that. That's all the announcements for this week on the co-op. Shout out to the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op, by the way. They always help us with everything, getting our picks, everybody is very nice on the group when you meet them. Never thought you'd be meeting a bunch of strange dudes in a parking lot picking up stuff to drink, but
wouldn't be your first time.
yeah, you know. Past
Usually
life.
you do it in the alley. But
There's always money involved. Hey, wait, there's money involved in this too. But like I said on tonight's show, we are featuring the Whistlepig 10-year, which is a rye whiskey, and we'll get more history on that with Miss Karen over here, Helen Keller. Let's get right to the cigars. What do you got, Greg?
So I'm smoking a cigar from Royal Havana Cigars. Dave Somrock, owner of Royal Havana Cigars, always supplies our cigars, our lighters, our ashtrays, any cigar products. Royal Havana Cigars, 38448 Lakeshore Boulevard in Willoughby, Ohio. Dave's been there for about 5 years. This is a house cigar. It's an Ecuadorian Habano blend cigar, 660 size, which is my favorite size. If you haven't ever been to Royal Havana Cigars, go check them out. If you mention our name, we'll get you 10% off your first purchase. They do gift cards. They have a boutique. It's a 1950s to 60s Cuban theme. Very, very friendly place. You walk in the door, you're not even 2 steps in, everybody will say hi to you. It's a great, great place. Royal Havana Cigars does Christmas parties, they do birthdays, they do anniversaries, they do picnics, they do all kinds of events. We just did an event over at the Cleveland Skating Club with Old Forester bourbon. That was a huge turnout as well. Look them up. So again, 38448 Royal Havana Cigars, Lakeshore Boulevard. And Dave, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Our guest tonight again is Doug Dunbar. And,
Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
And this is his music playing in the background. We'll get to the reason why, and for you, YouTube, that's his music, so you can't tag us on it.
Yeah.
If he does, Big Sexy go from Big Sexy to Big Bloody. But anyway.
Karen, what are you smoking tonight?
I'm back on black.
What?
Isn't that a song by
Yeah, it was.
AC/DC?
Yeah, it wasn't a song
Something
by
like that.
AC/DC, absolutely.
Anyway, just doing the blacks. I don't want the aftertaste of the cigars, so
Okay.
low and slow tonight.
Low and slow.
Same here, same thing.
What?
Ditto. Samesies.
I don't even know who you guys are anymore.
Yeah, whatever. So what we got, Greg? We got Whistlepig 10. You want to hit that up against the camera and see
I sure do.
what we're
Let me set
working
this
with
down.
here?
Okay. Whistlepig 10. What do you got, Joe?
Looking good.
All right, Vanna.
That nice bottom.
And of course, we're only going to drink this out of our Cleveland Bourbon Co-op snifter glasses, the Glencairns. If I said that
Nice.
right. Because that's how we roll.
That's how we roll. Should I pass them? Pass, you good? All right.
Let them sit and breathe.
Okay, good.
All right, Greg, guest?
So Doug, I appreciate you coming out today to do the show. It's our first show in a couple of weeks, and I
A little
appreciate
rusty again.
We are a little rusty again.
My pleasure.
So, you know, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I'm a environmental health and safety professional.
That's scary.
What I do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Manage a corporate industrial hygiene program. So,
How long you been doing that?
Oh, 25 years, more or less.
25 or less. Okay.
Basically, making sure that the manufacturing environment,
Right.
expose people to harmful chemicals or physical agents. So
Gotcha.
basically-
Rubber gloves and all that.
Well, yeah. Exposure testing.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Making
what I was going with
everybody's safe.
exposure.
That's
Okay, I
kind of the
understand.
job, yeah.
So
And I
what?
do music as well. So
So what do you do
it's
for
kinda-
music? Tell us what you do for music.
Well, I mean, recording artist doing really. I had a previous band, Grayscale. I'm now doing started another band called Blacklight Safari. So that's what you were listening to. And in the
Okay.
process of recording the album now, which should hopefully release within the next 6 months. So.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. How'd you get involved with bourbons and scotches? What was the first? Was it a college thing, or how did you get?
It was a little bit after college. I was over to Buddy's house, and he just said, "I got this."
Was it Matt? Was it?
No, it wasn't Matt.
Okay,
It was a good friend of mine. We were in California at the time, and we all lived out there. And he tried. I was some Glenlivet 12.
Ah.
He said, "You got to try this," and I was hooked after.
That was my first Scotch.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. After the first taste, he explained what a single malt whiskey was to me, and I tasted it, and I was hooked from there on. So,
do you prefer Scotch over rye whiskeys or bourbons or regular straight whiskeys or?
Yeah, I mean, if I could only have one of those, then it would be Scotch. I mean, I've kind of started with Scotch and explored that whole world. Came to bourbon, I don't know, probably 10 years later, and decided I liked that too. And I like the idea of it, of also enjoying an American whiskey,
What's your favorite Scotch? What do you think? If you had to pick two, just throw me two out. What do you got?
Oh, I like Isla, so I'd probably go with Talisker.
Okay.
Boy, there's so many.
There's a lot,
Buriclati.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah. What
So
about?
you like the smoky, peaty?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So what I'm giving you tonight has very little peat, very little smoke is what I've been feeding you. So
that's okay.
Is it still?
I like most of them.
So we have some.
And it's also what mood you're in, right?
So we have some. What is it? The Ardborg? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ardbeg.
And then we have some Lefroy 18 years. So that I don't think you get much smokier than that.
That'll be nice.
Yes.
We have a 10-year over there too.
Yeah, we do have a 10 years over there as well.
10.
Yeah. So I just can't bring. We can't bring ourselves to drink it. It's
You got the 18 over there, don't
and the 18 you
Mm-hmm.
can't get in the States anymore. It's no longer. So we've been kind of hoarding all those bottles over there. So that's all right. What about whiskeys and bourbon? What do you think? You had some of the Buffalo Trace single barrel, which is my favorite drink. I don't know how you felt about that.
I like most of the Buffalo Trace. I think it's one of the best values. The standard offering they have is
I agree.
One of my go-tos.
Okay.
My not that you care, but I'll tell you anyway. My go-to, if it's not Buffalo Trace, is Jim Beam. I think Jim Beam puts out a lot of great products, and for the price like Buffalo Trace, you can't. The flavor's there. It's good. It's the quality's there. The price is there. That's what I like to do every time I go somewhere. If I'm not drinking bourbon, and I'll bust into some Irish whiskey like Jameson's and different things like that. So I think I kind of feel the same way.
We've been neglecting a lot of the Irish and the
We have.
Scotch
Well,
and-
tomorrow. It's a little different story.
Well, yeah, it is St. Patrick's Day party at Casa Battaglia.
Casa Battaglia.
Can't go wrong
When's
with some
that at?
Redbreast.
Right here.
Tomorrow?
Right here, down here at this table.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
Cool.
Well, that sounds like fun.
it's always fun. It's
Stop on by.
work hard all week, play hard all weekend. That's my motto. So
That's right.
that's awesome. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on the show tonight. I appreciate that.
Glad to be here.
I want to ask Doug a little bit about his music, because before we got started on the show, you mentioned that it was alternative, which is what I like. So how did you get involved in music?
Oh, I mean, just as a kid, I was, as long as I can remember, I was into music, every kind of music that was out. Kind of gravitated towards the Doors and bands like Echo and the Bunnymen, The Cure. So those are kind of my biggest influences.
Gotcha.
Of course, now you got Coldplay and other bands in that realm.
What kind of music?
Dark Wave.
What kind of music does your wife like? Is she the opposite end of the spectrum? Because me and my wife are opposite ends of the spectrum. I can go from rap music to country music to hard rock to jazz music. I grew up in a house where everybody had a different radio station, so I can bounce and bounce and bounce on it. And I like everything I hear. So.
I do too. I stay away from the rap though, because I can't do it.
Come on.
I can't do it.
Come on.
I think I've influenced her
Big
a
Papa?
good bit, but when we first started dating, we'd drive around in my rabbit convertible, jam into the Smiths a lot.
Oh,
So-
God, not the
Oh, yeah, that
Smiths.
poor girl. She probably sat in the
Sure,
back
yeah.
on the floor so nobody saw her.
Morrissey was the man back in those days. Come on now.
Vicar in a tutu, I mean, you know.
So you a Volkswagen guy? You a
Yeah.
Volkswagen guy?
Yeah, I mean, I like that cabriolet. Well, I have a Rabbit, '83, which was the last year that I actually made a convertible Rabbit.
I bought my
So,
wife for her 50th birthday a
I still
Karma Gia. I bought her a Karma Gia for her
Oh,
50th
wow.
birthday. Yeah. Nice
Nice,
car.
nice.
We're all taking bets to see if Greg can get in and out
Well,
of it this year.
so that was a whole different story. So, a friend of mine that I bought the car from, Goran from Das Schnitzelhaus, he had this Karma Gia, and it's a girl's color, robin egg blue with the white top, and not original interior, but a nice interior. So I went there to look at the car. I didn't say anything to my wife, and I went there to look at the car, and I had a buddy of mine, Sidecar, who you all know from the show, and who's a big guy like I am. And so we go over to Goran's house, and he opens the garage and says, "Hey, Greggy, there's your car. I bet you $20 in a candy bar." He had this big box of Snickers candy bars on the roof of this car, right? He opens the box, he goes, "I bet you $20 and a Snickers bar that you not get in that car." I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm a Porsche guy, okay, so I'm like, well, if I can fit in my 911, I know I can get in this car, right? So I open the door, and I slide right into the car. And he starts laughing, Ralph starts laughing, he goes, "I bet you double or nothing, extra, and I'll give you extra candy bar to get out of that car." It took me 20 minutes to get out of the car.
You keep eating the candy bars, you're not getting out of the car.
It got to a point where we had to recline the seats, and they had to pull my legs out
You get the Crisco out of the kitchen.
and pull me out of the car. Couldn't get out of the car. So I'm like, well, I guess this car isn't for me, but my wife will enjoy it. So that's my Volkswagen story.
What's a stick? Do you know how to
It
drive
is
a
a
stick
stick.
shift?
I have a 911.
Do you know how to drive? I don't know. It doesn't leave the
my
garage.
God.
Come
How
on
many
now.
Porsches
Here we
do I
go.
have?
Here we go.
Anyway.
So can we go back to music real
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
It's a funny show.
can you talk a little bit about your group? What you called them, Black Light Safari?
Right. So I mean, it's mostly as far as you know the playing and performance on the album. Most of it's me doing the vocals, bass, like most of the guitars, but some of the guitars are other studio musicians that I pull in, as well as the drummer, and keyboard player. So we'll see where it goes. If you know we get to the point where something's happening, we'll look at doing live shows and
Cool.
pulling that together. So.
Cool.
That's great. Why don't you hit his song again, honey?
I will. I will.
just to
We'll do
have
that.
that
So how do you usually acquire your whiskey?
Honestly, usually I go to the store.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Did you do a lot of
I
online ordering? Or?
I buy on.
That's why we call him Big Sexy.
I buy on. There's a couple sites I bought from. I have a group of guys that we go on a trip every year. So the big thing is to try to outdo each other, and so you're always trying to find the rare bottle. It's all single malt, so we're always trying to find. You know, we buy expensive bottles of things that I'm not going to find at a Giant Eagle. So then I buy online for that kind of stuff. And most of the whiskey I drink day to day, it's whatever I can find in the somewhat limited selection we have here in Ohio. So.
But I would have to say that even though we do have a limited selection, Ohio does have a good selection of Scotch. You know, we usually get some pretty good stuff here. So.
Yeah, they do. I agree.
at a decent price.
I wish
Yeah,
our bourbon and
yeah.
I wish our whiskeys and bourbon whiskeys were a little bit more. You know, there's so much great product out there that we never see, unless you want to get into the lottery, which is I think is a
don't
bunch
get
of
me
bullshit.
started on
But
that.
anyway,
I don't know if
yeah.
you're going to talk about that later
No, I
today
won't.
in the show about
We can talk about that
the
later.
Weller.
I'd love to
Yeah.
Maybe.
know how it works.
Screw the lottery. Shame on you, Ohio motherfuckers. But anyway, that's bullshit. Either bring it here or don't bring it here.
So what
Lottery.
Yeah, you know, speaking of that, I think they're going to be bringing that CYPB on the shelves in July, because that's usually released once a year nationally in July from Buffalo Trace. So hopefully we see that again, and it's maybe this lottery was one thing, and I know it may not happen, but I have my fingers crossed that we may see it on the shelf. which would be nice. But
I think you have a better chance of my mother crawling out of her urn than you do seeing that CYPB.
I love that stuff, though.
I don't know. If you piss your mother off enough,
she might crawl out.
Come on. Yeah,
She
right?
might jot down to Columbus and kick some ass. You never know about her. You think my back here is a lot. Wait till you see her. Jesus. So,
He's not kidding.
no, I'm not kidding. We call her Donzilla. That was her nickname.
So what's this chip dip you wanted that you were?
So I have to talk about this chip dip that we were eating. So, two friends of mine, they started this company, 50 Buffalo Chicken Dip, and you have to order it online, and it's very, very good. I tried it today for the first time, and it was fantastic. It really was.
I couldn't get it away from Matt to try it, so it must have been good.
So yeah.
He's in the peanut gallery.
Throw that over here.
So, I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm almost positive. You check them out on Facebook. I believe the website is buffalochickendip.com. Check them out. Very good stuff. Everybody liked it, right? All thumbs up over here. It was very good.
And everything. Yep.
Cool.
So if you guys get a chance, try it out. Reach out, and if I have the website wrong, please reach out to Joe or Karen, and we'll get you the right website. But you guys have to try this stuff out. Great for any party. It's not expensive. It's very good. It's got a great flavor to it. I was shocked. No disrespect. I was shocked on how good it was. It was probably one of the best I've ever had. So give them a check out. 50 Buffalo Chicken Dip. Okay, again, local right here at Chagrin Falls. Get a container.
Yeah, zoom in there.
Container this size.
Look at his hand. Look how big his friggin' hand is next to that.
Oh, I gotta make fun of my hand.
You know what they say about a guy with big hands?
Yeah, wears big gloves. So,
So
give him a shot.
Where can I get some of that?
Listen, you get this online. They have a website that you order online, and I'll get the website. We'll take a commercial break here. I'll run up and get the other one. I know it's listed on there, and I'll bring it down, and I'll put the card up to the camera so you have the proper stuff to order it from. So we'll do that. So go ahead.
All right, so we're going to move on to Karen's going to do a little bit of history of our pick here is the Whistlepig 10-year. Greg, if you want to pass those other snifters out.
I do.
Pass them on
You
out.
can kind of nose it while she is
Doug,
reading the history.
give that to Karen.
Thank you, sir.
Joe.
And
So-
again, we only drink out of the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op glasses.
Carl and Hank, thank you very much again for all you do for us here at the Whiskey Roundtable. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So,
You guys, good guys.
yeah, a lot of good stuff going on there.
Right.
So it is Whistlepig. It's the 10-year. So not to start it off on a bad note, but their master distiller was Dave Pickerel, who, if you remember, in November of last year, he actually passed away unexpectedly due to heart failure. So I guess we're drinking in tribute of him tonight. So in addition to Dave, the founder of Whistlepig is, gosh, I hope I say his name right, Raj Bhatka. I swear you guys always pick like funny names for me to try to pronounce.
Yeah,
I think it's just a joke.
The first 6 months we dated, you never got my last name right, but that's okay. Go.
There's a joke there. I'm not touching it.
Okay.
But Raj was hiking in Colorado. So this is like Whistlepig. Like, where does this name come from? And it was interesting, Joe, you actually brought this up, that Raj was hiking in Colorado when a man popped up on a trail. It's gotta be scary. Anyway.
Is there a canoe involved?
Banjos, canoe.
Popped
Boy,
up
you
on
got
the
a
trail.
perfect
I
Doesn't
know.
matter. Where you going with that canoe, son? You're coming with me, boy.
You got a pretty mouth.
You got
Falls out of a bush.
Did he pop up? What was he wearing? What did he look like?
I'm gonna paddle you like a.
Anyway, he just popped up
I
on a trail,
apologize.
and he kept repeating, "Could it be a Whistlepig?" And I guess he had a French accent, so God only knows what that sounded like. But because he said it, I guess Raj found it very interesting, and he decided that I'm going to use that Whistlepig name somehow. So we can thank some crazy Frenchman hiking in the Colorado hills for...
Did the Frenchman run down the trail?
I have no idea.
Sorry. For all you political people out there.
Yeah, don't get me started. Another interesting story about Raj, he is the founder of Whistlepig, and he was thrown off the board of directors of his own company and dismissed as the operating manager. He's accused of fraud and criminal activity. Don't know what happened there, but he is fighting that with a lawsuit, and he's continuing to run the business as usual. So go Raj, maybe you'll find some more crazy drunken Frenchmen on a trail and come up with something else too. So.
Give Whistlepig a whole new name. Good.
That would be fantastic. So other than that, what I found, this is a 10-year. It is a rye, and it is a very rare mash because it is 100% rye, unmalted rye. So typically to be a rye whiskey, you have to have at least 51% rye. This is 100%. So I don't know how often you can find that. Not only is it 100%, but it's unmalted. What I found out about unmalted, because I'm the newbie here, so enzymes necessary for fermentation are added to the mash rather than the more typical method of malting the rye. So you guys are more knowledgeable than I am about malting rye, so I don't know if you can kind of expand on what malted is. All I know about malted is like milkshakes, so.
Yeah, just like if you're malting, barley, right? It's you start the germination process using on a malting floor and turning the grain with moisture, and starts the germination process, which starts to bring out the sugars in the grain. So if all the rye is unmalted, then you're adding enzymes to start the process.
Gotcha. Awesome.
All right. So that's what I've got on Whistlepig. And they are in Vermont. I do know that they're in a 150-year-old dairy farm.
Yeah, so
and this is where
Canadian. This is where this gets kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it says Canadian. It's distilled in Canada, but bottled in Vermont.
So what I found is that the farm, is in Shoreham, Vermont. So I don't know if they grow the rye.
I think
in Canada
they do, because it's is this an organic? They consider this like their own organic whiskey. They grow their own grains.
Yeah, I mean that region of Canada is big for rye, so I'm assuming that's definitely.
Yeah, we got to do a little more research on that.
I'm not sure what's happening.
I don't think
where.
The 500-acre farm is in Vermont.
I don't think there's a lot of research. I mean, this is fairly new to Ohio, but
right.
I don't know. I
It's
mean,
even
I've seen
near to the market.
It opened
so.
in, from what I found, it opened in 2015.
Okay,
so
I mean, it's
3-4 years
there,
old.
there,
Not a lot
there-
of history.
there is limited on a lot of things that
Yeah.
we research.
So because it's a 10-year, they opened in 2015. It makes me wonder if it was the Canadian rye grain that they had that was being aged, and then they shipped it.
I would
Over to
agree with
Vermont.
that.
guess that the rye is coming from Canada and the distillations in Vermont.
And maybe they just happen to, yeah, what you said. So it makes me wonder why they have a 500-acre farm in Vermont. Maybe they're starting to grow their own stuff there, or they just bought the farm and that's where
They
that's
bought
just
the
their
farm.
property, and because it was a dairy farm
Yeah.
originally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that when I got married. Bought the farm.
You and me both.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Sure.
So what do you guys think? You want to take a nose?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now I'm going to throw this out there. I'm not usually with. Haven't been a fan of Whistlepig products yet.
Me neither.
I haven't had the Boss Haas or Boss Hog or whatever they had, whatever their higher end stuff is. I've had this in the 12-year, and I still have yet to really get into it. I see why a lot of guys like it. I'm not knocking it like that because everybody's got their own palate. Everybody has their own drink. So
Well, my first experience with Whistlepig was a brand new bottle that I dropped on the front porch, and so nobody had Whistlepig, and I was doing a lot of whistling after I dropped the bottle, but that was a bottle that your brother put.
No, he had Redemption.
No, that was Whistlepig.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We told the story on another show.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I think it was Redemption.
I think it was Whistlepig, but okay, if I'm wrong, I apologize. But
I always get a very
Sorry, Nick.
alcohol
Sorry, Nick.
on this.
So I'm not getting. I get a nice nose out of it. So what they're saying is allspice, orange peel, anise, oak char,
Anise?
and caramel.
You say anus?
The nose is beautiful. I think the nose is beautiful.
Forward on the alcohol, and yeah, I get the orange peel.
Yeah, get some fruit out of that for sure.
I definitely get fruit and I get vanilla.
I get alcohol and spice.
No, I get some spice. I definitely get some spice. I do smell caramel. I don't smell any of the char.
The spice is pretty normal for ryes because they're spicy.
You know,
But I get tons of alcohol in this. Very
But
forward.
it seems,
I don't get
I'm not
that.
getting as much fruit as I do with a lot of ryes.
No.
It smells great.
and I don't know if I mentioned it's 100 proof.
Yes.
It is 100 proof, correct.
And I was expecting, because it's 100% rye, I was expecting a very rye smell.
Okay.
You know,
And that, yeah.
we had drank the Russell's Reserve rye a couple weeks ago, and you could smell the rye there. I don't smell the rye
I
in
don't
this.
either. I really don't. I don't smell the rye in it. I really don't.
It to me, it's I get a very familiar rye smell, spicy rye. Very alcoholic. This one is. I've never been. The 10 is not my favorite. Like I think the Old Forester rye.
I don't get a
on the
heavy.
nose is very nice.
I don't get the heavy rye out of it. I just don't get it. But that, again, everybody's palate is different. Everybody's nose is different.
Everybody spills differently.
Everybody spills differently. Well, it is what it is. Oh my goodness, I got it in our happy bottle.
Oh jeez.
Jesus. Oh look.
You know how much that thing's probably worth?
Yeah,
like
at
$3.
least $3. I'll give you $2.50.
All right, what do you think? Let's hit it. Let's get a
hit
first
it.
hit.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it.
Go ahead. So on your palate, you're going to get sweet hints of caramel and vanilla, followed by rye spice and mint.
I don't get a mint, but I do get a mint now. After a minute,
I get mint.
I get the mint.
I took very little baby.
Now I get the rye. I definitely get the rye on the palate. I get a lot of rye on the palate. Yeah. Very good. Caramel's good. It is sweet. Definitely sweet. Very good. I like it.
Dude, I get none of that.
What do you get?
Heat. I get a lot of heat on
that.
that.
I don't get a lot of heat. I get heat, but not. I don't get a lot of heat on it.
And yeah, I'm having trouble pulling anything out.
We got a lot of the rye, and
Flush your palate, and we're gonna hit it again.
So, when Scott had shared some Whistlepig, what was it? The 10-year, or was it a different?
No, it's
It is some heat that lingers.
I get heat on the back too. Heat on the front, heat on the back. I get the citrus. I get the orange.
yeah, that's prominent for me.
Yeah.
Orange peel, a little bit of the caramel.
All right, so the finish they say is long finish, warm butterscotch and caramel. The caramel, I don't know if I get the
No
butterscotch.
butterscotch.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit
For
it.
me, it's orange peel, heat, spice. A lot of rye.
It's very warm.
Very spicy.
It is warm.
It is very warm.
They say long finish, warm butterscotch and caramel.
It's hot. To me, it's hot all the way down the stomach. I can feel it all the way
see,
down.
I don't have. Well, I'm gonna try it again.
I'm cleansing my palate with a beer. Let's see if that does anything.
It's a good winter dram.
I do get some heat. I don't get a terrible heat out of it. I don't get the butterscotch. I definitely get the caramel, but
You added water, Joe.
it's
Does
heavy.
that change the smell or anything for you?
It like just muted.
Really?
Just totally muted.
How much water did you put in there?
Not much.
It's very good.
It's still hot
consistency.
with water in it on the
The
nose.
consistency is really good.
Really?
I get more orange and spice to it on the nose with some water added, but
There you go.
it
sir.
didn't like improve the nose to me.
It's got nice
I
taste.
actually like it.
It's a little heavy. It's heavy.
With water, I just took a big hit of it with the water, and the water brought out the caramel.
All right,
big
I'm
time.
gonna tap it with
The caramel is.
You didn't
a lot
lip
of
this,
caramel.
You didn't lip this, did you?
I just put my dick on it, dude.
Perfect.
Got AIDS now.
It's a bit nutty.
Good, nothing. Guys are killing it.
Can,
Yeah.
can I try a little bit
The
of
water
that too?
kind of brought out the sweetness.
Yeah. So I usually don't cut whiskey at all. I'm not a person that cuts whiskey with water, but this one needs it, in my opinion.
See, I'm surprised because you like Stag,
I love Stag.
which is
I would never cut Stag.
130 some
I would
proof,
never
correct?
cut that. Yeah.
And that you don't get any heat out of that.
Nope.
This is 100, and you're saying there's heat.
Hot. It's hot.
See, I get some heat, but I don't.
Obviously, I'm
I don't get a. I don't get
usually
the
cut
heat.
rye or bourbon. But
Yeah, no, right. But I sometimes they, you know, like was it Little Book? We had to cut it, and some of the different bourbons and stuff like that. I know this is a rye, but I'm not getting a ton of heat. I didn't get a ton of heat right out of the go, but
You know what's funny after adding the water? I get a medicinal, like I just brushed my teeth taste.
That's the mint.
But, yeah, I guess that would be the mint on the end of it. Yeah, if I'm licking my teeth, I get very minty.
it's always good to lick your teeth. I lick my teeth 10 minutes before I brush them. I use less toothpaste.
At least you're
No,
like,
no, there is. On the back end of it, lingering, it's very, like spearmint, actually.
I'm not getting that.
I get the spearmint, big time.
like
I
a
like it.
wintergreen,
I'm
or
not, yeah, I'm not getting any.
I
I like it
get
a
the
little better
wintergreen.
with the water. Actually.
I like it better straight without the water, which is weird because I don't like the higher proof bourbons that you guys drink.
But
with
it is,
the Stag and that. But I like this.
With the water added, I get more caramel for it than the orange.
Yeah, I definitely get more.
Yeah.
It is sweet.
Or the-
I agree.
You definitely need water with this one. I'm going to say this for the guys on the co-op. Sorry, I'm not. This isn't my favorite, but adding the water to it, this is one that I would cut for sure.
See, and
I
I'm,
agree.
I like it. I like it straight.
There's other ryes out there I would prefer. Even at there's a rye that I would prefer. I could buy two of for the price of that. I'm more of a fan of the Old Forester rye. I would be more of a fan of Rittenhouse, the Overholt, Pikesville. To me, Pikesville it just trumps this by far,
Okay.
But that's my that's my opinion. Other people would say the opposite. There's a lot of Whistlepig fans on there. You guys are actually the opposite on this. Not a good experience for me on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
It's my first time with this song.
What's your opinion on that?
I put it in kind of a midland. I mean, I'm not excited about it at all. But
So at the same price range, you're probably getting a Pikesville.
yeah, for the money, I don't think it's that
How
good of a
much was
value.
that? 80 some dollars?
I think that's 82.
82, and I think Pikesville's like $50, right?
50.
50 some dollars.
It's about 60.
Is it?
Yeah, close to 60.
Pikesville's good.
Pikesville's excellent, man. I mean, you cannot go wrong with Pikesville, and that's 110 proof and way less heat. Flavor bomb compared to this. I mean, it's a lot darker, and the flavors really hit on the Pikesville. You've had Pikesville?
No, I haven't.
Well, after
Well,
the show,
okay.
we'll do it.
I'll
So
show
I
what
wanted
we're
to try
talking
some.
about here. So
Yeah.
We'll do that. It's fantastic, man.
Right.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it has something to do with the fact that they're not malting it.
That could be it.
I mean, I
It's
don't.
always had a funny taste with it.
That usually brings out the graininess a lot. But,
Sorry, I didn't.
yeah, no, good.
I was just gonna say the first time I tried Whistlepig, I didn't care for it. I had the same opinion that you guys did, that it was a little hot, a little almost harsh maybe.
Okay.
But trying it tonight, I liked it. I didn't get the heat, so I'm surprised because we're so different
Yeah.
in our palates that
Right.
you get the heat on this, where I'm thinking it's smooth.
I was hoping to have a different experience it being open, but I didn't. I have a consistent experience with Whistlepig, and I'm just not a fan.
It's so my personal opinion, not that anybody cares, but I'm not disappointed in it.
We do care.
It's not, in my opinion, no disrespect to Whistlepig, but it's not worth the money.
No, never. It's never a and on this show, we are very open to any different whiskeys. We even try stuff we don't like down the road because your palate does change a lot. My palate's changed a lot over the past 3, 4 years, 5 years, whatever. And there's a lot of fans of this, and I can see, I always can see why there are fans of certain, whiskeys or whatever.
Right.
Because we're all different. Like you like the Islay and Scotch, and I'm not a fan. But that's where we differ. But I guess we agree on this one.
Right.
So as far as that goes, but there are a couple of Isleys I've had recently that I've been like, okay, I get it.
Drag it through the bog. Give me that heat.
So Karen, you're a fan.
I do like it.
That's right. That's good.
I do. I'm surprised. I did not, going into it, with my experience, I was hesitant, but I like it.
Okay. What were you going to say?
I would say, you want to take a quick break? Do you mind?
Yeah, we can do whatever you want to do. Welcome back to the Whiskey Roundtable. We took a short break there. Greg's got a card there for the
I wanted to go back to the buffalo chicken dip, which was fantastic. So I do have a card with the phone number and the email. If you want to order by email, it's 50buffalodip@gmail.com, and I'll put the card up.
50.
Back up a little bit. There you go. Alright,
so
focusing.
we had it today. It's fantastic. It's very good. Order online at 50buffalodip@gmail.com.
Is there a phone number on that card?
There is a phone number. So the phone number is 440-897-9917. Ask for Brian. He's the creator of this, and I'm sure.
Take a picture of that and then text it to me, and I'll edit it into the show.
Okay, I will definitely do that. So good guys. Work with these guys for a lot of years. Good dudes, and their product is very good. So you won't be disappointed. It's reasonably priced, and check it out for yourselves. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Alright, so we tasted the Whistlepig 10 today, and we're glad to be back doing the show again. And everybody had different opinions. Karen and Greg really liked it. I think me and Doug kind of had the same little view. We're on the fence on it, but you never know. I mean, as time goes on, as the distillery age, even though they have aged products, as it continues on, maybe I'll change my mind, which does happen. But I think we're at a 50-50 split here. So that's good.
Yeah.
So on the news today, we have CYPB raffle happened, the lottery, and Justin Rich said that at the store, he's on the co-op, that I thought it was funny that they probably needed to have some more deodorant.
Oh no!
In the building that night.
Gotcha.
So, another thing I just wanted to say that was on my mind the other night that I haven't had in a long time, I want to get some Bakers. I haven't drank Bakers in a long time. That's a Jim Beam product.
Jim
That's
Beam
like
product.
the step below
Right.
Booker's. I remember that being a nice, dark, flavorful whiskey, and I haven't had that in many years. I don't know why I wanted to share that. I just wanted to do that. And so we got another Weller.
I think if you go to the store and buy some Bakers, you should bring it over here for us to try.
Okay.
What do you
That's
think?
good.
I'm sure we have it
Do
back
that
there.
anytime.
Well, I don't have Bakers. I
Get
don't
them.
have Bakers.
No,
I know.
no, we
As
haven't
big as
drank that in a
a
long
Jim Beam
time.
fan as I am, I love Jim Beam products. You know that. But I have not ever bought a bottle of Bakers.
Oh, you know
Bakers
what?
is good.
I'm getting it mixed up with Booker's.
Yeah.
Oh
Bakers
yeah, don't mix it
That's-
up. Don't mix it up.
It's about $65, I think, for Baker's 7. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
I think
bring
it's
that over
100
next
and
week. Quit playing.
some odd proof.
Get off your wallet.
So we got that got a new Weller coming to the table here soon. I guess it's going to be Weller Full Proof, 114 proof. And everybody's like, oh, what are you going to get with an extra 7 points of it's just going to be antique? How do you know that? That's my question to the co-op. A lot of people were saying that when Special Reserve, Weller Antique, and CYPB and 12 are totally different from each other.
To say that is ignorant. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's ignorant. There are so many aging processes and humidification and all that stuff that goes into bourbons and whiskeys and all that stuff. To make a comment like that makes
But
absolutely
sometimes,
no sense.
to defend that comment, sometimes that's true with certain. But to me, Buffalo Trace always seems to put out a very good product.
Very
Weller
consistent.
line,
They're consistent. So why would they want?
And their Weller line, all those different Wellers they have now, there's 4 different ones, and they are 4 different Wellers. They're not the same.
Correct.
Like your Special Reserve to your Antique are completely different, and I'm hoping that they stay true to that lineup, and the Full Proof is something totally different we haven't had before, and it's really good. And,
So
not a lot of
we go back to the Buffalo Trace single barrel. We go to Blanton's, which is a single barrel. We go to Rock Hill Farms, which I believe is a single barrel. Eagle Rare tenure. They're all different.
Yeah.
So why would they want to?
I agree.
That bullshit,
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
think it'll be something good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too.
Other people may not.
And why
Come
not
on,
until
Buffalo
you try
Trace,
it?
quit playing.
Right.
Why
Get
knock
out of
it
the
till-
field and get in the barrel. Quit playing.
Do it.
What's that?
Why knock it till you try it? You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Give it a chance, and then
I mean, I've
speak
had
your opinion.
I've had Whistlepig 10 before, okay, but the problem was we were at a Christmas party and we sampled so many different things, and I honestly remember when I tried that I didn't think, I was like, wow, this isn't half bad, okay, and so here we are today trying it for the show, and I still have that opinion of it, but I just don't think it's worth the money. I think it's a decent product, but I don't think it's worth $80-some. That's
I
just
agree
my
with you
personal
on
opinion.
that. I definitely agree with you.
I can buy 10-year, 12-year,
Russell's.
exactly. It blows that away for half the price. So to me, it's not going to fall into my collection. That's just how I feel. It's a decent product, but it's not $80 worth of product.
I still want to try the Boss Hog, just to see what it is.
Are you a Dukes
If somebody
of
wants to
Hazzard
bring
fan?
one on the show and a sample, then because maybe they're
Are you a Dukes of Hazzard fan? Is that
Yeah.
why?
You were Daisy Dukes when you were younger?
sure did.
You go
You
for
wish
it.
you could see that.
In fact, I'm wearing it right now.
Did you have a Dodge Charger?
So the interwebs. I didn't have a Dodge Charger at the time.
Yeah, but you had a Confederate flag, boy.
Oh, crap.
Come on around.
Here we go.
Come right behind the barn. I got something to show you.
Oh, here we go. It's going first full circle. You got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
This
You
is
got a bald head for a reason.
This is the second half of the show. This is after we've tasted
The interwebs are all saying, from an article that was, I don't know who was the original article, but the interwebs for 2019 so far are saying the 10 best whiskey brands to try are Knob Creek, Wild Turkey, Barrel Bourbon, Barrel Whiskey, Elijah Craig,
Elijah Craig's.
Four Roses,
Four Roses coming
Mitchers,
back.
Old Forester, well of course because that's where we picked,
Right.
Maker's Mark,
Yep.
the Colonel E.H. Taylor lineup, and Jefferson's. Yuck.
What? I love Jefferson's.
So that's it. I put that on the bottom list.
What? You are a dick. Go ahead.
And that's it. That's
I
the
like
10.
Jefferson's.
I agree with.
I have a lot of Jefferson's.
You got to agree with the Wild Turkey.
Come on.
Oh, Wild
Oh,
Turkey.
yeah.
I think all
Big
those
fan.
picks are pretty good. I'd say.
Are you
I'd
a
say
big
those
fan?
are all strong brands
Yeah,
to
love the Russell
try
Reserve.
bourbons with.
I
agree with
I've
that.
said this in the past on shows, but your Jim Beam, your Wild Turkeys, your Jack Daniels.
Yeah, why is
even
Jim
though
Beam on there?
What?
It's Knob Creek, Wild Turkey, Barrel, Elijah Craig, Four Roses,
Okay.
Misters,
I'm just
Old
saying.
Forester,
I'm just saying.
Makers, Colonel. Why is it? Why would Jefferson's be on there and not Jim Beam?
Well, I'm just saying, and the founding fathers, if you will, as I always call them.
The Mount Rushmore
Okay.
of bourbon.
Your
bullshit.
your Jack Daniel, and I'm not a fan of Jack Daniels, but there are some Jack Daniels products that I like.
No, there are. No, yeah.
Okay, and your Jim Beams and your Wild Turkeys and all that, they put out a great product, man.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
do, and it's
Yeah.
a third of the cost of anything that you can buy today.
I don't think you can have a 10 best whiskey brands anymore.
No, I
because
agree.
there's
I
too
agree.
much.
Sure.
Like everybody's like, oh, what's your favorite? My favorite distillery will probably always be Buffalo Trace because I always consistently have a good time with Buffalo Trace. But and when people say, oh, what's your favorite whiskey? And
Remember your
I
bachelor party.
can't because I keep trying new things and it's just always there's something new out there. It's like, damn, that's really good. Damn, you're a Scotch guy.
Yes.
I would recommend Westland. Have you had that?
No.
It's really good. It is, if you close your eyes and didn't see American Westland on the bottle, Scotch. Single malt Scotch, all day.
So, he said he's more of a peat guy, so is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
More of a peat guy. So, I fixed him up with a lot of very light peat stuff, and I'm just curious on how he likes it.
Okay.
So, you pretty good or no? Not
Yeah,
your
I'm
flavor?
enjoying it.
You're
Tremendous.
enjoying it? Okay.
Awesome.
I just like the fact
Yeah.
that he's a wild turkey guy.
Right.
So we
That's
got
why they call
wild
him Big
turkey on
Sexy.
this side of the table.
Yes.
Wild big sexy.
All right, John.
Buffalo Trace, though, too, is fantastic.
Want to say thank you for viewing us tonight, and we have our guest Doug Dunbar, which is now Big Sexy.
Big Sexy.
And we are your hosts. I'm Joe Clark.
Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug
And that's our
Dunbar.
show.
All right. Drink responsibly, kids. Be safe. We'll see you next week.
Please
Thank
be
you.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Not in hell, no.